Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV, my name is Alex. I'm standing outside Wembley Stadium after a 1-0 loss in the Carabao Cup Final against Liverpool. Now I don't always do fan cams, sometimes I do it when something amazing has happened or something terrible, or there's just something I feel like I need to get off my chest. And I feel like if you watch Lewis's fan cam, I feel like it's fair for me to come out and give my 2 cents as well. It's soul destroying, and you can't look at this game and say anything else as a Chelsea fan other than the fact that it's soul destroying. Now, Father earlier told me about some quotes that Pochettino said, and I want to dive into them, and then we're going to dive into the game itself as well. Apparently, we were playing for penalties. Now, maybe he's just got the wording really bad in the way he's phrased it, but when you bring on Chalobah and take off Chilwell, I'm not really sure how tactically astute that is. I mean, I don't see it as tactically astute, because then we go on to concede the goal with Van Dijk. And just some of the substitutions throughout, I wouldn't necessarily have said were tactical. I mean, even Jackson, when he was on the pitch, he missed chances, but I don't think we necessarily needed to take him off, although it was great to have Nkunku on, so I guess that one made sense. I didn't really feel like we needed to see Mudryk. I don't really see how that makes any sense, especially defensively. Like, people talk about scoring goals in a game. When we're going to speak about that, we know we need to score goals. I mean, you're not going to win any matches without scoring goals unless every game goes to a penalty shootout. That's not the case. But defensively with Mudryk as well, it just looked like we lacked hunger on that left side, which certainly wasn't the case before he was on the pitch. But that being said, I would certainly not doubt the hunger from this squad. And anyone question their commitment in this game, I struggle to understand that, if I'm being totally honest. I don't see a lack of commitment. I don't see a lack of effort. I saw the players giving 110%. I saw Chelsea last season. That was a lack of effort. That was a lack of commitment. Middlesbrough away this season was a lack of effort, a lack of commitment. We called that out. Today was not the case. We could say all we want about the ownership and the way they're running the club, and the fact that they capped the prize money at less than half of what Man United got last season when they won. If we were to win, players' motivation. I'm sorry, you're at Chelsea Football Club. A lot of you weren't even at a top team. You weren't even playing European football, the last club you were at in your career. Mudryk was playing in Ukraine, other players playing in France for average French teams, not winning titles, and then you're expected to come here and perform straight away. And obviously the fans are going to put that pressure on you. I'm going to put that pressure on you. I'm going to hold you to a standard. And if we would have lost to Liverpool's best team, I mean, I would come out here and I would say, what do you guys expect? The only reason I predicted Chelsea to win this game was because of the injuries they had, but I still wouldn't believe that we would win this game without a penalty shootout, because we've got such a great keeper with Petrovic, who I think is fantastic, guys. I think he's brilliant. He just did a great job today. Didn't let us down, put his body on the line, made great saves. He was stable and didn't fuck around with the ball, which is what we would have had if Sanchez started this game. And then you go to the back line and you say, well, actually, we performed very well at Man City with the same back line. That doesn't need to change. We just conceded, from set pieces, what do I say? I don't know if that's a Pochettino problem, set pieces. I mean, we have specific coaches for set pieces. So maybe this is, some of his coaching staff. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe it is Poch. I don't know. But we haven't been good at set pieces this season. And in the key moments, set pieces are ultimately where players are just a little lapse in concentration. There you go. Standing in the rain, just lost the cup. That's us. Then you look at the midfield. I saw Caicedo and Enzo. I think Caicedo was relatively okay today. I think Enzo was a little bit shaky, giving the ball away at times, but trying to move the ball up the pitch, trying to be positive. I didn't look at those players and see a bad body language. I didn't see that. But I think I've seen Enzo have better games. Enzo should have scored. I don't know what the hell he was doing with that goal. I mean, I'm no football player, but ultimately, if you have a shot, then you have a chance. We're not even shooting half the time. We're shooting ourselves in the foot by not shooting. Who's telling the players to do that or not to do that? And then, you look at the rest of the squad. You look at Gallagher, a midfielder who's been scoring us goals, like Enzo, not finishing chances, not taking chances, not being clinical. People that didn't like Gallagher, I watched some of the previews. I've spoken to other Chelsea fans. They said if Gallagher can do it in the big games, you know what? If you're getting these contributions, you're going to prove me wrong. The players and Pochettino had the chance to prove a lot of managers wrong. And I've been backing this manager. Seriously backing this manager. I made a video before this game saying even if Pochettino loses, even if we lose, we shouldn't sack him. I agree with that still. I stand by that. I don't think we sack Pochettino. You're telling me this season things are going to get better? A lot of fans say that it's too late regardless. I don't see how sacking Pochettino solves your problem, because ultimately, in my opinion, Pochettino, it wasn't as bad on field as you think it was. Maybe from the substitutions, that side of things. But in terms of the way we set out to play, I saw great intentions, from that team. And we were direct. Yes, I didn't understand why we were, giving long balls to Jackson with Van Dijk, but then we took Jackson off. We brought Nkunku on. We tried to change things, and we had more chances, and we didn't take the chances. So what that's telling me is that the manager set us up in a way that we were able to create the chances, but the players weren't good enough to take the chances. Is that not fair? Right? If we weren't creating the chances, you'd say, well, hang on a second, the way we're set up doesn't give the players the opportunity to show how good they are to then take the chances. But we weren't even creating them last season. So this season we are creating, we're just not finishing. But ultimately, the ending is I'm starstruck. I don't understand it. I don't understand why Chilwell left the pitch. You brought Chalobah on. Toodaloo. Goodbye, Wembley. I'm not going to be back here for a while. Not with the state the club's in right now. So that is on Poch. I will say that Poch fucked up. At the end of that game, he really fucked up. But in terms of the whole game, guys, I really don't see it as a disaster in terms of the performance. The result, absolutely. The way we come out of this game not being on top is disgusting. As a Chelsea fan who's been here many times, seen us win. I was here in 2011 when Ramirez and Drogba scored and we beat Liverpool. I've been to a lot of these finals and I've seen great times, and you score a goal and you win the game and you're not surprised. That's Chelsea. This is Chelsea right now. This is Chelsea. I'm sorry to break it to you. This is Chelsea. I'm not dropping my standards. You fucking saw it. You saw the game. I'm not dropping my standards, right? I want this team to do well. I want to support this team. I'm going to support this team. The players aren't good enough. Some of them are. A lot of them aren't. The manager needs time to gel with these players. He's not going to get that time, judging by what I saw. Pochettino didn't want to shake Bowley's hand. What the hell are you doing, Poch? You really want to throw your job away? That's how you do it, my friend. Fucking ignoring the owner, that's just disrespectful. That being said, I'm not sure I would want to sack Bowley's hand the way we've run this club recently. Don't act like I'm happy with the way this has been. I'm just trying to justify the process because that's the process we're taking. So I want to see, right, if we actually stick to it, how will it end up? Rather than half-heartedly going into it, right? If you're going to do the process, do the process. But if we sack Poch, we're fucked. I'm saying we're fucked. We're fucked. I don't see a Chelsea manager, a good Chelsea manager, coming and taking this job when we do not get European football next season. Who is taking that role? Osimhen who? Tony who? Victor Gyökeres? Fuck that. He's staying in Portugal. He doesn't want to come to Chelsea. And Alphonso Davies? Well, he was never coming to us. Madrid have got him. So, yeah. There you go, guys. There's my 2 cents. I reiterate, do not sack Pochettino this season. Also, don't excuse what we saw at the end with his in-game management. But the way we set out to play, guys, we could have easily won that fucking game. So if we'd have scored those goals, people would have gone, oh, Pochettino, blah, blah, blah. they would have been a lot more positive. So ultimately, because the players couldn't finish their chances, it makes Pochettino look bad. It makes the board of directors look bad. It makes the ownership look bad. It makes me look bad for trying to defend him, for trying to defend this team. But what can I say? I'm getting used to it, guys. I'm getting used to it. I'm going to be there against Leeds. Who cares? Who cares? We all wanted to win this game. I would have easily taken a loss against Leeds just to win this cup. Guarantee European football next season. Then we're stable. We got something. We know where we are. We don't have a Scooby-Doo where we are right now. You know, some of the players don't have a Scooby-Doo how to kick the ball when the net's in front of them. So questions need to be asked. Do changes need to be made? You let me know, guys. I don't think they need to be made this season, but if we don't get European football, Poch will probably go, and that's fair. But, you know, I'm just very deflated and trying to take whatever I can. But it's, yeah, there's not much going on, really. Yeah. Okay, have a good one, guys. Hi guys, I hope you're doing very well. This video is sponsored by Match Bingo. Match Bingo is an easy way of having fun when it comes to betting on the football. Now, think of bingo, but without numbers. So rather than having 10, 12, 5, you would have corners, yellow cards, and goals, for example. And that would be an example of a line. Now, you can win up to £175 each game with Match Bingo. There are some games you can win more, and spend is only capped at £2. All right, so if you're worried about not playing responsibly, this is probably a good game for you. I do just want to give these guys a little bit of appreciation as well, because 35% of the money they make actually goes to the Stroke Association, which is really, really good, to be fair. I don't know many companies that do that. Let me know what you guys think. Click the link in the description, and make sure you're over 18 as well.